To make the mini ears, Minnie is my homegirl design, using the Infusible ink, you open up the link for the design and will open up like this in Design Space. At the bottom, click Customize, and it will open up onto the canvas. Once it is opened up, you can see all the layers here on the Layers panel. And this is the point where you can highlight the whole thing by clicking on the corner and dragging across to highlight everything, and you can change the size. You can decide how big, how high, or how tall, or how wide you need it to fit your project, whether it's a t-shirt or a tote bag. And today we're going to be making a tote bag. You can see also that I have 3 different colors selected. I've got the red for the bow, the gray for the mini ears and head, and then black for the writing. I'm going with the 3 different colors because I want my mini head to be one of the patterned Infusible ink designs, and the red to be a plain red and the black to be the plain black. And I got one of the 4-pack of coordinating Infusible ink design sheets, and so that's what I'm going to be using today. But if you wanted just a plain black mini head, you could just click on that layer. See, here it is highlighted. Go up to this main menu bar, and here where it says line type, you can click on the material colors, and it has the 3 different colors that this project is including, and you can change it to black, and then it will cut out in the black Infusible ink. But because I want to do a different pattern for that specific part of the project, I'm going to change it back to gray. And that's it. Once you have it resized to fit your canvas or your shirt or whatever you're going to be doing, make sure that the words are attached, which here you can see they are attached, or the words, so that they cut out exactly how I want them cut out on the Infusible ink sheet. And I click Make It. And then it will take me to the matte screen, and this is where it'll have all the pieces shown on different mats, because those are the different patterns or Infusible ink sheets that you're going to be using. Now, when cutting Infusible ink, you do need to mirror image, especially if you have words, which, you know, we are creating some words, but you will need to mirror image those layers. So I just want to go through here and just click mirror right now, and then as it cuts, I want to double check that. So let's click continue, and it's going to connect to my maker. Then we're going to set the material. So let's browse all here and type in the search bar Infusible ink, and there's selected our Infusible ink transfer sheet. And then click done, and then it will tell you what tools we need, but luckily we just need our fine point blade. And look, here's our little warning here right under our where we've selected our material. Make sure mirror image is turned on, so we know it is. It says on right there. So now I'm just going to load my mat and press the go button, and then once the head is cut out, I will do the same with the words and with the bow, and then we'll put everything together and get it ironed onto our tote bag. As I mentioned, I'm using one of the 4 patterned Infusible ink transfer sheet boxes, and I'm going to be using this dark floral pattern for Minnie's head, the red for the bow, and then the black for the Minnie is my homegirl words. So you can see this is what they're going to look like when they're all ironed on. But this is this floral on my cutting mat, and you can see how light it is, and it's just amazing what it'll look like when it's ironed on. So I'm going to load it into my machine and press the blinking light over here, and we're going to get cutting. have all of our pieces, it is time to weed. And as you can see, I trimmed them down so it's going to be a little bit easier. And when it comes to weeding the Infusible ink transfer sheets, you do not need a weeding hook. You can definitely use one, but it does sometimes scratch. Here, I can kind of show you. If you try and use one, it could scratch the color of your, if you like slip or something, it'll scratch the color. So it's better to not use a weeding hook if you can avoid it. So I'm just going to peel this back, and this is not like regular vinyl. It's like you're weeding cardstock almost. That's how I interpret that feel. It's just really a different feeling when it comes to weeding. It's just different than what you're used to, but it's super easy. As you can see, just peel this off, the excess. And this is where the slice and set kind of comes into play here. Let me get this middle piece off. So here we have Minnie's head here. And now we're going to do the bow. And instead of like weeding all the polka dots out, I'm just going to take the bow part off. Because this, the plastic lining, like iron-on, is a bit sticky. Sticky, in case you didn't hear that as I was peeling that off. So I don't want to keep the polka dots, so we're getting rid of that. But here's where the slice and set comes in. So I'm just going to place this right in the spot that I have cut out for the bow. And just make it, kind of move it around until you're happy with where it is and it's in there in the right spot. This might take me a minute here because this bottom part wants to bend and up a little. And I know it's not 100%. I mean, it'll fit good, don't get me wrong. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Just needed to turn it around a little. But there we go. There's Minnie's bow in the place that we sliced out for it. Oh, that means my easy press is ready. So now we're going to weed the words. Again, we don't want to take the letters out. We want to try and keep those letters on that backing sheet. So we're going to find a good starting point. And because these are kind of thin, I might need my hook and see if I can kind of start lifting it up. But you can see, I mean, it's better on the, you can see how it can scratch off your color. Oh no, let's not do that. All right, here's a good spot to lift up. So now we're going to carefully pull the excess off and leave our words. Okay, there we go. We have it all weeded and ready to go. Now I'm ready to put my design onto my canvas bag. So I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to get my canvas bag. I've got my mat, my easy press mat. I'm going to stick that inside. I get that all lined up, ready to go. Kind of set that in the middle. And then when you're doing Infusible ink transfer sheets, you want to be able to not have the ink go all the way through and get onto your easy press mat. So you place a piece of cardstock inside. Make sure it's covering the area of your easy press mat and where you're going to be pressing. And then I want to make sure I don't have any seams issues going on. Then you cover your area that you're going to be working with a piece of parchment, and you heat the area for a few seconds. Use a lint roller to roll off any unwanted fibers so you get a nice press with your infusible ink and a nice adherence. All right, I do want to just kind of see where the middle is here. And I'll just do that by measuring from the side to the ears. It's about 4 inches and about 4 inches. And I'm not a perfectionist, so I'm calling it good. So we get this down here, and then now I want that to be somewhat close to the actual mini design. So I think I'm going to take some scissors and just trim around that top part really, really close, because I want it to fit right against that other transfer sheet. And I might need to trim the mini, but I think we'll be okay here. Okay, so let's get that down there. And then again, I'll just kind of measure from the sides here, see where we're at. Now we have our design on there, ready to go, exactly where we want it. You cover your design with transfer paper, and then you set your machine, your Easy Press 2 to 385 for 40 seconds, and then you press. You can remove the parchment paper, but you do want to let this cool a little bit before you remove the transfer sheets. I'm so impatient and I just want to peel it off right now. So I probably should wait a little bit longer, but we're going to just do it. Oh my goodness, it looks so good! I love it. I love the combination of this pattern floral design with the red bow. So you can see, I mean, you saw how light our colored was on our transfer sheets, and you can see the color is now off of the transfer sheet and infused right in to our bag. So cute.